Hello everyone, my name is Mir Uzma and I am Program Manager at GD Goenka Healthcare. Today I am going to talk about eating with hypertension. What does hypertension means? It means elevated blood pressure, or we call it as high blood pressure. When we talk about eating with hypertension, what I meant here is that food and drinks that we are supposed to limit or avoid when we know people around us who have hypertension. Diet can have a big impact on your blood pressure. So salty and sugary foods, especially who are rich in saturated fats, can increase your blood pressure. So if we avoid them, it can lead to maintaining a healthy high blood pressure, and also will help us to take good care of our system, our human body, our functioning of our body. So when I talk about hypertension, before discussing these food and drinks, I would want I would want all of you to know certain key facts which are related to high blood pressure. An estimated 1.13 billion people worldwide have hypertension, and if we talk about data which was given or shared in 2015, it was that 1 in 4 men and 1 in 5 women has hypertension. So WHO came up with a global target for non-communicable diseases, in which includes our hypertension also, that the prevalence of hypertension should be reduced by 25% between 2010 and 2025. Hypertension is also a major cause of death worldwide. When we talk about hypertension and or high blood pressure, it means that the pressure exerted by the blood in your blood vessels is high. So when the blood pressure is high, the chances of having heart problems, patient having stroke or other diseases also increases. So our objective is to at least avoid or at least prevent the severity of hypertension with the management through these preventive measures, which is like if we can avoid certain food habits or certain drinks, so that it does not lead to the high blood pressure. So what are the risk factors for hypertension? If we talk about the risk factors, basically it is being divided into two parts. One is modifiable risk factors and the non-modifiable risk factors. Today when we talk about food and drinks, it comes under our modifiable risk factors. So modifiable risk factors include your unusually diets, for example excessive salt consumption, or diet high in saturated fat and trans fats, or low intake of fruits and vegetables, physical inactivity, or if we talk about excessive consumption of alcohol, and being overweight or obese. So when I talk about these fall under modifiable risk factors, that means this is something that can, if we work on these habits, or if we try to limit these habits, so it will help us in maintaining or getting a healthy blood pressure. So when I talk about what are the foods that we are supposed to avoid or limit, so like I said, that the main focus at least should be on the salty and the sugary foods. So if you have high blood pressure, as per American Heart Association, it recommends eating a plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean protein and whole grains. So it also at the same time they recommend avoiding red meat, or drinks which contain sugars, or if you see the tinned stuff which we get outside in the market are full of preservatives and the sugar content is more. So these types of drinks can be avoided. So these foods which we are going to discuss today can keep your blood pressure in control. Let's talk first about salt or sodium. So salt, especially the sodium is in salt, is a major contributor of high blood pressure. This is because how it affects the body. So sodium leads to water retention in the body, and it can also have its impact on the kidney. So table salt, which is around 40% sodium, the American Heart Association recommends getting no more than 2,300 milligrams, which is equivalent to one teaspoon of salt in a day. So most of the stuff which we eat in a day has hidden salt, which means it is already in processed food, and like we eat bread, biscuits, or breakfast cereals, or and prepared, like, ready meals, frozen pizza. So they all have this hidden quantity of salt or sodium in it. So next time when we go for picking up these stuff, or prefer to eat this, let's remember this, that as per the intake, it should be 1 teaspoon of sugar of salt in a day. But because this stuff has got more amount of sodium in it, which is hidden, which you will not realize, because what you will be realizing is the taste. So please reduce the intake of salt, or we call it as sodium basically. So it is sodium hidden in salt. There is a foods, there are certain food names which come under our salty six. So we call them as salty six. What are these salty six? The salty six are the major contributors to people's daily intake of salt. So they are your breads and rolls, pizza, sandwiches, cold cut and frozen meats, soups are there, and your favorite burritos and tacos. So they are the major contributors of your salt intake. Then we have frozen pizza. If we talk about the frozen pizza, the pizzas are full of cheese, and because the base and the preparation is like that, cheese is often hidden, or other than that, what we add especially in it is sugar also, and hidden saturated fats. And if we talk about cheese itself is high in sodium. So just 2 slices of American cheese contains 512 milligrams of sodium. So to maintain flavor in the pizza, once it's being cooked, manufacturers even add a lot of salt. So we call this as hidden salt, because it is something which we don't realize. We enjoy eating the pizza, but then we don't realize that through different or indirect modes we are increasing the intake of sodium in our body. Then we have pickles. We love pickles, all of us love pickles, but there is a what is a fear factor which is not known to all of us. So preserving any food requires salt, and we know this. So if it basically, the reason behind adding more salt to the preservation part is it stops the food from decaying. So, and it keeps it edible for longer. So the longer the vegetables sit in this bottle or the cans and these preserving liquids, so the more sodium they pick up. So one small pickled cucumber contains 447 milligrams of sodium. It is just that we need to realize that what food and drinks we are picking up. So avoid and or limit the intake of your pickles, considering the salt values it has got or the sugar values it has got. So then we have these canned soups. So these canned soups are simple and ready to cook kind of stuff, which is easy for most of the families nowadays. But just to have a introduction, that 1 can of tomato soup contains 1110 milligrams of sodium, and try choosing low or reduced sodium soups. Please prefer making your home made fresh soups, because now we have to remember that again when we come up with these canned soups and or even tomatoes which are canned, so we have to understand that it has got high quantity of sodium in it, which can again lead to your high blood pressure. Then we talk about other major factor, other contributor of high blood pressure. It is sugar. So research shows that sugar, especially the sugar sweetened drinks, are the reason behind the gain of weight in adults and children, or I would say a major contributor to obesity. So overweight and obesity predispose people to high blood pressure. Other than this, if we talk about these packaged or pre-packaged foods, it alongside the quantity of your saturated fats and trans fats, it also has high amounts of sugar and sodium in it. So again, we know that salt and sugar are the major contributors of increase in hypertension. If I talk about saturated fats, like I said, that they are more commonly found in animal products like full fat milk and cream, butter is there, red meat is there, chicken skin is there. So try to avoid or at least limit the intake of these foods. Next comes our again one of the common habits, which is consumption of alcohol. So drinking too much alcohol can increase your blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, and your doctor might recommend you to reduce the amount of alcohol you drink. In people who do not have hypertension, limiting alcohol intake can help reduce the risk of high blood pressure in them. Alcohol can also prevent the reason behind why the people who have hypertension, who are on high blood pressure medications, are being asked to reduce the intake of the consumption of alcohol. The reason behind that is it can prevent any blood pressure medication that you may be taking from working effectively through drug interactions. In addition, many alcoholic drinks are rich in or high in sugar and calories, so drinking alcohol can contribute to overweight and obesity, which can increase the risk of hypertension. So the bottom line is that diet can have a big impact on your blood pressure. Food which are high in salt and sugar or saturated or trans fats can increase your blood pressure and affect your affect the health of your heart. By avoiding these foods, you can keep your blood pressure in check. A diet full of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can help keep your heart healthy. To conclude, please remember, making changes in your food habits and diet will help you to reduce the chances of high blood pressure. Also reduces the chances of other diseases which are associated with increase in your blood pressure. If you want to plan your diet, you can consult a dietitian or your healthcare provider. Thank you.